Hey guys, how's it going? It's Ollie here from CryptoVest.com. It's the 11th of October today, and we're going to be looking at Storj trading against Bitcoin. We have one-day candles in front of us, and yeah, so just a quick update. I'm sure a lot of you have already figured this out. The market has just trimmed like 50 billion in like the last 30 minutes. It's just been a massive haircut. A lot of manipulation, or we'll have a little quick look at BTC and have a look ourselves. It's really been the same story. Every time we get close to this downtrending resistance, everything's looking good, then we get slammed, comes up, gets slammed, comes up, and it looks like we're doing exactly what we did at the start of September. So, if this bearishness can continue, then it's likely that we'll find support at $6,000. If not, there seems to be bulls starting to snap back, so potentially this could be the bottom, but we really won't know until the end of the day and the day close. So, yeah, it's looking pretty good actually. We adjusted the bullish pennant, and it looked like it would maybe even consolidate outside of this downtrending line, but obviously as soon as we hit it, it just had this huge sell-off again, so a little bit disheartening. It's a real one step forward, two steps back kind of situation. But anyway, let's head over to Storj and see what's going on here. So interestingly enough, while the rest of the market is in like minus tens and more, Storj is actually making seriously good gains. It's up 20% right now, and it doesn't really, there's no clear indication why that is. I've contacted the team, they haven't got back to me yet. There's some people on Telegram that seem to think that potentially their mainnet may be released soon, or that there's some inside trading going on, or some sort of people with knowledge are doing something and starting to move first. But we don't really know yet. They've just had a few development updates that came out at the start of the month. They've also released their private alpha of their new V3 upgrade. But other than that, there hasn't been a real great deal of news come through in the last 48 hours to kind of warrant this recent pump. So yeah, so let's just have a quick scan back. So basically, like most cryptocurrencies, since the start of May, Storj has been in this like pretty strong bearish decline. It's been hugging inside this channel. Recently found the bottom here at 3,462 sats, and it started to sort of meander sideways, and then very recently, in the last sort of since this morning, it's just had this huge pump. So we can see it's kind of kick-started off here at this support and just flew, yeah, like almost 50%. It's had a huge gain off the mark. It hit this long-standing resistance actually at this $6,100 mark, which is 6,100 sats mark, sorry, which is historically a strong support resistance. And it's sort of started to correct back down from there. Looking at the RSI, so we're well into we're just into the overbought region. But interestingly, some interesting MACD indications. So over the one-day candles, we can see that the 12 MA has just passed over the signal line for the first time this year. Is it this year? Oh no, sorry, since April. So since before the big run up through to May, the 12 MA has finally passed over. You can see this is very similar for most assets we've been looking at recently. The MACD has been hovering low below the signal line, and it's now starting to, in many cases, it's now starting to make its way back towards the signal line, but for this case, in the case of Storj, it's actually above that. And also, if we look at the 1 week MACD indicator as well, we can see some other interesting signs. So the 12 MA, for the first time ever on the 1 week MACD, is actually now starting to pass above the 26 MA, this red line here. So this is a sign of huge momentum starting to build. And you can see on the histogram, we've had these selling candles, these lighter candles are the buying candles. So the buying momentum is starting to pick up, and we're now right on it now. So we look like we're about to pass over and be above the signal line on the histogram for the first time ever. So at least on the Binance exchange. So yeah, some hugely promising bullish signals there, but it's just a little bit worrying. Why is it happening now? There's no real news, so what's happening with it really? Looking at the charts on the CoinMarketCap listing, apparently 46% of all trades today are happening against the Korean won, so potentially we can put this down to South Korean investment and bullish interest. But yeah, it really remains to be seen. As you can see, candles are now starting to pass through the Ishimoku on the one-day indicator. So this is a really strong bullish reversal sign. Obviously, we'd like to see candles close above this cloud. There's a lot of sort of bearish selling pressure happening right now, as a lot of people are starting to cash out. But if it can start to close and maybe open the next day above this and continue upwards, then it'll be a really good sign of a bullish reversal. So yeah, so we're not really sure why it's happening right now. If anyone knows, please drop us a comment in the section below. That would be really appreciated. And yeah, for the full TA, head over to CryptoVest and like and subscribe, guys. Cheers.